Okay, so this is questions 15 and on of 0.1 integers of this book right here. It's a free download at this address right here. All right, and we are going to continue right now. So let's get to it. This, not this. All right, let's get this going. Cool, so we had done up to number 14. We're going to go with number 15. And number 15 says minus 5 plus 3. So we're going at minus 5. And they put this in brackets, plus 3 equals. Now, anytime you have an addition, you take the sign of the bigger one and you subtract by the smaller one. So in this case, we're going to do 5 minus 3. Since the biggest one is a minus, we put that here, equals 2. So as you can see, by doing it this way here, by taking the two biggest numbers and subtracting them, you're always guaranteeing a positive result. And by taking the sign of the biggest, you either get a negative or a positive. So no matter what you get here, it's always going to be positive, and you stick it right here in front of the sign of the biggest number. Let's keep going. Number 16 says minus 1 minus 8 equals. So since these are two equal signs, so you have a minus 1 plus minus 8. When you have two equal signs, what you simply do is you add the two numbers and you put the sign. So in this case, it would be minus 9. 8 plus 1, then you put the minus. Number 17. 2 minus 3. Now that's a tricky one. So what they're saying here is plus 2 minus plus 3. Right? That's what they're saying. These two here cancel to become minus. A positive and a negative become a minus. That's how you get this first statement right here. So basically becomes positive 2 plus minus 3. And since we have an addition sign and two different signs, we're going to go 3 minus 2 equals 1. Here, the sign of the biggest number is a negative. Answer is minus 1. We're going to clear that image. Boom. Number 18 now is 5 minus 7. 5 minus 7. So 5 minus plus 7, or 5 plus minus 7. So we have an addition sign here, and the biggest of the two signs is negative. So we know the answer is going to be negative. We take the biggest one minus the smallest one equals 2. Bring it up there, 2. Number 19 now. 19. Minus 8 minus 5 equals. Now, as soon as we have two numbers, as soon as we have two signs that are the same like this, minus a negative, you could easily say minus 8 plus 5, right? Because when you minus a negative, it becomes a positive. So we have minus 8 plus positive 5 equals. Now the biggest, now we're back to an addition. You see I'm always bringing it back to an addition. The biggest sign is negative, so we put that there, and then we subtract both numbers. Equals 3. So therefore the answer is negative 3. Actually, I haven't been checking my answers, but anyways, that's what the answer is. And if ever I get the answer wrong, you can let me know in the comments, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. The solutions are at the end of the textbook. On to number 20 now. To number 20. We have a negative 5 plus 7 equals. Well, this one's very easy, isn't it? We're given a positive. A plus sign, I mean. So let's rewrite this. Negative 5 plus positive 7 equals. So the biggest sign here is a positive, so we know it's going to be positive. We do 7 minus 5 because we subtract the smallest from the biggest, and we get 2. Answer is positive 2. Number 21 now. Minus 2 plus negative 5. Once again, we have a positive here. Now, by having a positive, and since the signs are the same, we simply add. Since the signs are negative, we put the negative sign here, and that's the answer. All right. Number 22. 1 plus minus 1 equals. Okay, so what do we have here? Well, we have a positive. Now, since 1 and 1, remember, when you have a plus sign, I'm sorry, let's start that over again. I have 1 plus minus 1. When you have a plus sign, you subtract the biggest from the smallest, but they're both the same. So it's 1 minus 0 equal, 1 minus 1, screw that, 1 minus 1 equals 0. Because what they're saying here is really positive 1 plus negative 1 equals. It's 1 minus 1 equals 0. There's no negative or positive because both signs are the same, or are different, I mean. This is a positive, this is a negative, and they're both the same number. So we know, when you see that, you know it's going to be 0. I think what I'll do is I just want to show what's going to happen. This one here might be a little bit hard for students. I'm just going to do a number line here. Let's observe what happens on the number line. We have 0, 1, 2, minus 1, minus 2. So the problem says 1 plus minus 1. And that's what happened. That's why you end up with the result 0. So let's clear this. Number 23. 5 minus 6. Okay. Now let's take a look at this. 5. When you see two negatives like this, you can transform them into positives. Right? 5. That's a positive, by the way. Plus positive 6. And it becomes 11. Once again, that one is a little confusing. When you get confused, you go to the number line. 5, 10, minus 5, 10. Actually, let's make this number line continue, and here's 11. So we start off with 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Minus, so that's done. Minus going to the left, minus 6 going to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11. That's how you do that. Okie dokie. Number 24 now. 8 minus 1. Okay, so we have two negatives, so we're saying 8. That's really a positive 8, right? Anytime you don't see a negative, it's a positive. Minus a minus, so that's plus 1. Oops, equals. Let me just set my stream. Okay. Equals. So we take since the signs are the same, all we do is add. So 8 plus 1 equals 9. Clear that. That was 24. Now we're going to do 25. 25 is minus 6 plus 3 equals. So we have a plus sign. So what this really saying is minus 6 plus 3 equals. The bigger sign is the negative. So we put that there, and then we subtract. Equals 3, and we put the 3 here, and the answer is negative 3. Moving along, number 26, minus 3 plus minus 1. So we have an addition sign here, and here we have the same signs. So we'll stick that here, and it becomes 3 plus 1 equals 4. Put the 4 here, and we get a negative. Let's look at that on the number line, shall we? Because that one may be a little bit difficult. 0, 1, 2, 3. 4 minus 1 minus 2 minus 3 minus 4. So we start out with minus 3. 1, 2, 3. Plus, going this way, negative, going that way, boom, minus 4. Once again, if you have problems, why don't you review the video and start the problems all over again? That's how I learned. That's the way you're going to learn. Okay. So now we're at number 27. Number 27. 4 minus 7. So what they're saying here is positive 4 minus positive 7. That's what they're saying here. Since it's a minus sign, and these two are like this, what we want to do is plus 4 plus minus 7 equals. So now we see what's going on here. We have a plus sign, so we take the sign of the biggest. It's a negative 7, and we do 7 minus 4 equals 3. And we stick that in there, and there's the minus 3. 28, 7 minus 3. Well, you learned that one from grade 2 math. That equals 4. But let's look at what's happening. 7 minus positive 3. These are the same signs. 7 plus negative 3 equals 7. So we take the sign of the biggest, right? Put a positive. This is a positive. And we do 7 minus 3. Here we go. Answer is 4. Clear number 29 now. Actually, I kind of like this book. It has a lot of problems. That's how you become good at math. You just do a bunch of problems. This one here is as easy as could be. Look at minus 7 plus 7 equals. Pretty simple. We said we take the biggest of the two signs when we're adding. This is a 7 minus 7. This is a 7. It's the same, so it's got to be 0. It's got to be 0. Number 30 now. Minus 3 plus minus 5. Right, that's the way they wrote it. Okay, so that's a plus sign. Similar equal signs on both sides, so we know it's a negative. 8. So it becomes 3 plus 5. 8. It's a negative because they're both negatives.